Alright, what's going on, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are confused? My name is Pingu, and welcome finally to episode 7 of Playing Smart with Pingu, the series where I help you get better at the game by explaining the reasoning behind every decision I make. This episode, I'm playing Hardpoint on the map Express, and as you could probably imagine, it is a league play game, and that's probably what most of my games are going to be from now on, as I've probably stated in the past many times. I'm really happy to bring this series back. I know a lot of you enjoyed it, and I think it's with me playing a lot of league play now, I think I have a lot more to bring to the table in terms of playing smart in this game, and just generally I have I think a better idea of how to go about playing in such a way that you're gonna do well, especially in league play. You can see I'm using the MSMC here, and it's definitely a good gun to use for breaking hardpoints in this map. And I've recently changed this class around to have a grenade and a smoke grenade instead, like a regular grenade, like a frag, and a smoke grenade instead of the trophy system and secondary. And that's just because the secondaries are mostly just shit now. I don't like using the cap 40 because I feel like a bitch. But we're actually, I don't know if I said it already, but we're playing 3v4 here. So, the other team isn't amazing, but, we make it a really close game. And that's saying something when you're playing 3v4, because in league play, if you're down a man, it's basically game over. Unless you try your ass off, and that's what I did here. So right here, I just actually flanked them, and I just about picked up, I believe, a 3-piece, but I didn't quite get it. I'm just going to try to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it in this game. Right here, I'm rotating to the next point because there's about 10 seconds left, and this guy outsmarted me, obviously. He made it there before me, so here I make a really bad decision, actually. I challenge this guy, and I think he might have an assault rifle. No, he has an MSMC as well, but I make the mistake of challenging him right at the end of the hard point, and he ends up getting the easy kill on me because I'm just basically blindly rushing him. So that was an awful idea. And so now we're getting this spawn on the bad side of the map because the next point is on the very far side. So I'm gonna try and push ahead here and get up into the hard point. I get a nice lucky headshot there. I see that Hellstorm coming down, so I'm going to try and stay in the building here. And when you get EMP'd like this, you really have to rely on teammates a lot of the time. It's difficult when you're playing alone, which I was playing alone here. If you do get EMP'd, try and let your teammates know that, yo, I'm EMP'd, call out if you die or whatever, because you can't really, it's a lot harder to tell when stuff happens on parts of the map that you can't see. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. Here on this point, this is a really good spot to sit as long as you stay crouched. And obviously I got killed there, but we get a nice spawn here, and this sentry spot right here is actually pretty decent if you catch the team spawning up top. Because what this will do is it basically gives them no other option other than to sit, and I failed so badly there, but to sit behind that thing in the center, or way up at the top left corner from where I'm looking now. And it basically, when you run in there, that means that you know where they're going to be at all times. And, sorry, I was burping and stuff. I'm not used to recording commentaries anymore. But yeah, it basically, it gives them, a very small window of opportunity to be able to defend the point. So yeah, sentry placement is always really important in league play. More so in CTF usually. Because it can be basically like a fifth player guarding your base the whole time. But it is useful in hardpoint as well if you know certain places to put it, and that's a good one on either side here, or either hill. You can put it behind those little things there, and you can keep people off the point. So here I believe we're about tied right now, and other than sentry guns, streaks are really bad on this map. Lightning strikes, they'll work to catch players in transition, especially out to the middle hard point behind me right now, or catch people in transition down low, because there are big windows in the back of that building there. But here I was starting to get a little discouraged. I thought the other team was going to start picking it up and actually start winning here. Well, they are winning, but I mean like winning by a lot. But Greenies come up big in some plays in this game, and you know, here's a really good spot right behind this thing. You know, I already mentioned it, but I obviously shouldn't challenge there. Like, it was an awful idea. I should have stayed behind that thing and let him come to me. In all honesty, he probably would have killed me either way. But you know, it's a really good spot to sit in that point if you're not aware of that. And here I juked this guy out pretty bad. I don't know if he knew where I was going or not, but and here I know I gotta wait for my teammates because they're challenging from above, and unfortunately I get killed, but that allows my teammates to get in from the top side, and that's how you want to break hills generally, especially ones like this with two main, well, the only two entrances are in those spots, right? So you want to try and push from both sides. Like, if the team's really set up on it, generally what'll happen is that they'll have somebody anchoring up top, kind of where my teammate is to the right there, and they'll have somebody with an AR anchoring back there, and then they'll have, you know, 2 or 3 people in the point. And so what you want to do is try and, if you can take that anchor out, then it'll open it up for, you know, a couple of your teammates to push from down low and a couple to push from up top. And here was an awful use of my streak. I assumed that they were all going to go across the tracks there, and I only got one, and the one guy actually decided to challenge me, and he shot me in the back, and I did not see that coming at all. So a bit of a bad play on my part. It's better to save your lightning strikes for when, you know, it's a sure thing that the other team is going to be somewhere that you can hit them with. And, you know, there I really didn't need to use it because we were fairly close. Like, I like to save streaks for times where, you know, they're a necessity. Because if you use a streak right when you get it or too early, you know, it could end up spelling the difference between a loss and a win. I think it's interesting that there are that streaks play such a big part in league play in this game, because they have never been in competitive before this in like MLG or anything. So I think they bring a whole new set of you know, thought processes and whatnot to the game. So here the other team is set up on this point again, and I'm going to rush from the bottom with my teammate here. I don't know what our other guy's doing, but I'm just going to rush this guy with the sniper. I don't know what he was doing on the point. Obviously, it was a bad idea. And I was hiding on the wrong side of that sign, apparently, because that guy with the Remington just came in and destroyed me. But right here, we basically have to just keep rushing the point over and over and over. Like, there's no... When you're 3v4, it's the only thing you can do. And I obviously get killed by the guy with the M8 there. But yeah, playing... I know, when you play 3v4 in League, it happens way too often, is what I'm trying to say. Especially when you're playing solo, because people just dashboard out, like, if they're not having a good game. Especially I find, like, if they're not having a good game right off the start, people will just dash out and say sayonara. But it does get a little frustrating. So, you know, if you're playing 3v4, you can only do so much. I mean, I can only give you so many tips if you're playing 3v4. Especially in a hard point, it might be possible sometimes. CTF, you're basically screwed, unless the other team sucks. S&D is a little more manageable if you can get a pick at the start of, you know, a few rounds, because then you're at least on even playing field. But here the end of the game is coming up. I soundboard that guy behind me, and you know, I'm not going to use this lightning strike yet because it's not really going to do anything for us. And at this point, you know, 20 seconds left in the game, I'd normally be rotating, but like I said, we have to keep rushing the point that is on right now. And see, I was going to use my lightning strike there, and then I thought better of it because we didn't need it. We had control of the point, right? So I'm going to take this guy out, and the only unfortunate part about using that lightning strike, or at least pinging it, is now I'm not going to be sure where they are. And I see I pulled up at the gun there and then realized that, shit, I can't see where they are. I come up pretty clutch there with a couple kills, and now I'm going to throw my lightning strike down. I know my teammates are behind me, and that's another thing. Keep an eye on where your teammates are, and that'll tell you where the other team is. I know it's pretty standard, but it definitely bears repeating. So here, basically, I had to stay alive. We had to stay alive in the point, and then we'd win. And I figured they'd be coming down low, and I was wrong. my teammates get killed, and I pull off some kind of amazing triple kill there. I don't know how that happened, but pick up my streaks. They all back out, and a game like this just always makes you feel good when you can beat the other team 3v4, and you know, it wasn't by much either. So I really hope you guys did learn something. I'm going to try and structure this a little better next time. This was kind of just a spur of the moment thing, but I just want to thank you guys all for watching, and I will be back with another one of these videos very, very soon, hopefully. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.